So, hello and welcome. Today we're gonna make this wonderful Diglett and I will show you how to make this one. So first off, we're gonna start with a wonderful new file. And because we don't need the cube, we're just gonna delete that. Next up, we're gonna add a wonderful UV sphere as a Diglett is kinda round. Next up, of course, we don't really need the whole thing, so just going into edit mode, we're gonna enable X-ray and just select the bottom half and delete it because, well, we don't need it. Also, bird is gone. He's probably gonna come back. Anyway, we're just gonna select this wonderful bottom one, and we're just gonna press G to just move it, and then Z to just move it down. So we have a little pill form thing. Let's move this one up because I want to have it on that line. That's perfect. And now we're gonna go back out of the X-ray because we kind of want to see something. We're just gonna select the thing and make it smooth by angle because, well, we kind of need it smooth. Next up, we're going to make the nose. For that, we're just going to use another UV sphere. We're just going into the side view a little bit here so you can see it better. We're going to, scale it down with S. Also, I see I don't have my screencast on. There we go. Now you can see what I'm typing. Then we're just going to, scale this one down. This one also on the Z-axis. Yeah, it's a little bit too big, I would say. Let's make this one a little bit more. So we have around the shape of the nose of that thing. I think that is around right. And move it on to the thing. And there we go. We have a nose. I think it's still a little bit too big. Let's make this one a little bit flatter and maybe smaller around this one. Of course, just look at some reference photos, which I currently don't have on me, but I had for my wonderful example, which of course you can find in my Discord if you want, and just download the file I used. And yeah, we have now a wonderful nose. Next up, we're going to also make a subdivision so we have a nice little, clean edge. So for the eyes, I'm going to use a circle, which of course we're going to have here. We're going to rotate this one. This is not the circle. I want to rotate the circle, not whatever I was just doing there. Let's rotate it. And I think that's now the right side. There we go. Perfect. And let's also scale this one down. So it's a round eye shape. I think this is decent. There we go. I think it's still a little bit too big. Maybe a little bit smaller. That could be fine. Now we're going into edit mode. And we're going to fill this one with F. So we actually have, well, a face, which we can do something to. Now, of course, something which we don't have currently is that's not attached to a wonderful body. So just going on to the little modifier, we're going to make ring wrap. There we have it. And we want to use this one on, of course, our full sphere. And there we have it. It's on there. Well, not really, but it's just get a little offset here. Just a little bit, and maybe not on the near surface point, it's on the target normal projection. And I think this is fine already. Yeah. And with that, we're just going to mirror that thing because of, well, the thing has, of course, two eyes, so that's going to add mirror. I really hate this new one. It's horrible. So let's move them a little bit apart. Doesn't matter if they currently line up. We can still change this one around. This should be right. And yeah, well, then we're just going to apply the mirror, apply the shrink wrap. Then we're going to, currently make this perfectly lined. So we're just going to select the whole thing, press E, and move it to the left. So we actually intersect this one a bit. And with that, we have eyes. And with that, we are kind of nearly done. The only thing that's really missing is the rocks and, of course, some color. So let's just go into a wonderful base shape, go on to material, make it a new one, and then also change this one to shading so that you can see what we're doing. And now we're going to give it a nice brown tone. I actually have no idea which colors I used, so let's just go for some brown stuff. You should probably just look up what the exact colors of the Pokemon are, so you get better results. But yeah, we also see it's gone a little bit too reflective, so we're just going to scale the roughness up a bit. There we go, that's looking good. Let's go for the eyes. Eyes, of course, are black. There we go. Also a little bit too reflective, so let's make this one also higher. And the nose, or depending on how you view it. It could also be the mouth, I'm not sure. We're gonna make this one a light pink color. There we go, and it's kind of done. Of course, the lighting does a lot here. I'm just gonna put in HDR. That is, of course, boring. There we go, and we have nothing because I plugged it in the wrong one. Of course, we have to go to this one, and we want to go on to the world. There we go. Oh well. Post it in here and connected, and voila, we have a wonderful sky in this case. Next up, we're gonna make some rocks. And of course, the most important thing, of course, which probably you're looking for, is the line art, which only works in camera view. But we'll come to that when we come to that. So we're going for a cube in this case. We're gonna give this one a new color. We're gonna make this one grayish. And what I did in my case, I did just, well, take them and beveled them a bit so they kind of look like rocks. I mean, not this one, so round like this, and this kind of looks like a rock. And of course, these I'm just going to scale down, put them here somewhere. And yeah, I think I used like kind of nearly the same, so just I duplicated and rotated a bit so they look like a different rock. So there we go, just put them here, maybe not intersecting into the Pokemon, but you can do that. And when you're done, you have something. Of course, you can also make new stones, but in this case, I just yeah, changed the size and the rotation a bit, so it looked like kind of different stones, like in real video games. Yay! Meaning we're just gonna make this one. There we go. It's not as good as I did in my one, but of course you can change it however you want. Next up, we're just of course going to first merge these all together into one. Of course, you can see this happened. This happened because I have not yet applied all of my stuff. Applied. There we go. This seems good, and there we go. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a grease pencil, just a blank stroke. In this case, this one is here. We don't really need this one, so we're just gonna move it out of the way. And we're going to add a little modifier, and we're going to add a line art, and we're going to use the full scene in this case. We could also just make it onto only the collection or whatever, or the object, but in this case we want everything. I mean, technically we could merge them into one, and then we only had it on the object, but of course in this case it doesn't really matter. So we're gonna make it one black, and we're just gonna make it colors, and we can see it's looking horribly bad. And this is the reason because that line art is always run out from the view from the camera, meaning in the camera view it will always look good. The only problem is it will not render everything else, and if you view it from a different angle it's looking shit. So we're going to use a wonderful camera, just plucking it in here, rotating it, press 0 to get in the wonderful view here, and just going to align that. And with that, we have a wonderful Diglett. I hope you like this one. I will make a little bit more of Pokemon stuff because I like Pokemon. But yeah, hope you like this one. See you.